Right. Learn to reward. That's what I was saying. I was trying to reward someone here who would answer that question. Sometimes we have to go out of our ways. What's the time again? What? I'm just winding up. Right. Let's go out. You can also go out of your way to reward students who are really doing well, or those that you want to encourage. Go out of your way and reward them, just to reinforce that behavior. Now I have rules, 2 rules or 3 rules regarding rewarding. The first thing, ladies and gentlemen, is to reward yourself. You know, we work hard. I like what my sister Chiso did one day. He went with the husband to Cape Town. For how many days? 1 week? 10. Just enjoying seeing Table Mountain, what. Because we are paying bills, paying school fees, but we forget to reward ourselves. Let's reward ourselves. So the first rule is to reward yourself. Take a journey, take a trip, and leave the kids there on their own. And the most important thing that Mr. Zungu is always talking about is investing. Think about your future. Ladies and gentlemen, no matter how much I hate to say this, I may appear like someone maybe who's well off or whatever, but the truth of the matter is that one day you will be leaving this profession. Whether you'll be doing it ceremoniously or unceremoniously, you will one day leave. The big question is, where will you go? Some of us are getting gratuity after gratuity, and all we do is to change the cars. Buy another model, another model, another model, but you don't have a house. You don't have a home. When you retire, where will you go? Where will you go? So can I encourage everyone here, ladies and gentlemen, or I'm reminding even myself, to say let's not relax and be driving cars. There's no investment that you can do by investing on a car. That car, when you're no longer working, it has a problem with the gearbox. That's the end. Chicken will lay eggs on it. But the big question is, have you really invested so that you have something that you can lean on in the future? If this year you are going to receive gratuity and you have not planned for it, you are a disaster awaiting to occur. A disaster awaiting to occur. Plan well that gratuity. If you have been blasting them, hammering all over, but this year, make a difference. Go and build a 4-corner room where you are going to hide. It's pointless for you to have worked in Botswana for so many years, and then you go and live with your parents. That's really embarrassing. Right, keep your promise. Keep your word. When you are rewarding, keep your word. When you are rewarding your students, keep your word. Promise them something that you are going to give them. Last week I was asking Mr. Zumun to say, you are saying I've given a reward. I said, what reward did you give? Because I wanted to know. I remember a certain teacher who promised students, anyone who got A's in mathematics, I'm going to give you 500 pula. And then the students ignored all the subjects and started on this one, which is the promise. 80% of the students got A's, and the teacher went to hiding. The principal had to call and negotiate with the students to give them something at least, and the teacher had to reappear. So give what you can afford. Don't promise them like, if say it's your child, say, if you do well in A level, I'm going to give you a tablet. And then after that, when the child has got all A's, then you say you bring a Panado. You say, no, I meant the Panado. I knew you're going to have a headache. You lose your integrity as a father, as a parent, as a teacher. Last but not least, learn to discipline your children. Children expect us to discipline them. You know, even as young as how many months? Maybe less than a year. The child has to be disciplined. How do you discipline when he bites your teeth? Or what do you do? Yes? What do you do? You what? There. You stop. Or, don't bite this. This is your food. and something for dirty at night. You didn't hear that? Right. And then, when you are disciplining, this issue of discipline, ladies and gentlemen, is a serious issue. We should not overlook disciplining our kids. Whenever they misbehave, we have to make sure that we correct them. Because God and nature will hold us accountable for the misbehavior. Because we are spoiling the moral fiber of the nation. Students are passing through our hands, and we see them misbehaving, and we do nothing about it. That is a cause of concern. We have to be very consistent in punishing our kids. Fire is very consistent. It burns. It doesn't matter whether you are wearing diapers, or you are crawling, or you are old. It burns every time. It burns everything. So, as a teacher, also be consistent. My conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, is that great things are done by a series of small things brought together. Be faithful in doing small things, because that is where your strength lies. While it may seem small, but the ripple effects of what you do in class go very far as a teacher. I like the words of Henry Adam, who says, what the teacher is more important than what he teaches. Then this is your take-home message. Your students don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Thank you very much.